Sixth race is upcoming. It's a 5 furlong handicap. Two have gone down to post early. Darkside Prince and Zola Power. We're looking at number 4, Agostino, course and distance winner in October. Off £4 lower, went close again here. Off £1 higher thereafter. 2 starts since have been poor, and he was well beaten when last seen in December at Wolverhampton. But the return here could see him back to form. Next up, number 2, Twilight Madness. There's a very good chance here. 3 starts since returning from a year off the track. And the best of those came when dropped back to 5 furlongs at Lingfield last time out, when 5th of 14. Has never been out of the places at this track and has become very well treated. Behind him is number 1, that is Smooth Silesi, daughter of Smooth Daddy. Was a winner here last year off £7 lower, and although the assessor appeared to have caught up, he's finished a close second on 2 of his last 3 outings and is just £1 higher than for that narrow defeat at Wolverhampton in December. Does need to prove his well-being back from a break now. Next up is number 3, Jojo Rabbit, £5 lower than for his last win, but that tells the story, as he's not really looked like putting that run of defeats to bed. Arguably better at 6 furlongs these days and has a bit to find on recent efforts, despite being well treated. Right, that's the last of them, because 2 of them went down to post early for this 5 furlong handicap. Yeah, good to get your thoughts, wasn't it? And it's always fascinating to hear how riders think before the race, and clearly he was not happy with the way that he rode Explode in the previous division, so wanted to change tactics and change the speed of the race, the tempo from the front, and indeed he did, and indeed it worked. So therein lies the mind of a very good jockey. See the last couple go forward here. Darkside Prince, I should say, was early down to post and has been a little bit funky in the prelims, but nothing to worry about too much. And I think he's got a pretty good chance here. I think 5 furlongs is more his bag than 6. So can see him going close. Twilight Madness is probably the one for me here. 3 starts since returning from a year off the track, and the best of those came when dropped back to 5 furlongs at Lingfield last time, when 5th of 14, and has never been out of the places at this track. That, and the fact that he's become well treated, will do for me with Twilight Madness. Right, so last one is about to go forward, or last 2 about to go forward. Smooth Salisi, the pick of Steve Ryder there in the studio, can definitely give that one a shout. Former course and distance winner, and seems to be doing pretty well off fairly loftier marks than for that last victory. I can see him going close again, but I'm going to go with Twilight Madness as Jojo Rabbit completes the lineup. Here's Alan with a call of the sprint.
Ready, and they're off, away and racing. Agostino started awkwardly for the 6 horses Challenger Bet 365 handicap stakes over to 5 furlongs. Course regular Darkside Prince away alertly for the inside draw, leading from the blue and white is Zola Power. Twilight Madness on terms there toward the outside, and Zola Power has now charged into the lead, racing around the bend. Zola Power on Twilight Madness. Darkside Prince holds the inside posse in the green and red. Then Smooth Celessi followed by Agostino. Wider is Jojo Rabbit with the noseband. Bura back in the orange and white is the tail ender as they race now towards the final quarter mile. 3 across the course on the inside, Darkside Prince, Zola Power, and wider Twilight Madness. Agostino is trying to pick his way through, now going to the inside route. Smooth Celeste is trying to work up as well. Darkside Prince just in front from Agostino. Twilight Madness, and then Smooth Celeste. Bura back wider from Jojo Rabbit. Inside the final half, it's Agostino through to the inside. Picks it up from Darkside Prince on the run towards the line, and it's Agostino and Marco Gianni to win. Agostino for a home in second. Darkside Prince. Twilight Madness next in third. Bura back in fourth.
Nice hold-up ride from Marco Gianni sees Agostino home in front and return to Chelmsford. That was much more like it, wasn't it? This former course and distance, when it does run this track seemingly particularly well, and has had too much in the tank for Darkside Prince back in second, and across the line in third was Twilight Madness, who possibly did that little bit too much from his wide draw. Agostino, a lovely toe into the race in behind, and has stuck his race out really strongly. In the end, went off favourite. Look at that, 11 to 4. Must have been some very strong late market support, because he certainly wasn't that with about 5 minutes to go before the off. You can see, though, Marco's travelling really strongly there on the inside. Has to go up the inner, which is never ideal here at Chelmsford, but shows a really nice turn of foot in the latter part of this race. And as a course and distance winner back in October, that was off £4 lower. He's probably improved, hasn't he, markedly on that. I do think he's been well suited by the way this race has been run, because they did go quite hard. At least it seemed that way. I don't have the sectionals in front of me, but the tempo early on did seem pretty quick. So I think Agostino has certainly benefited from that. Nevertheless, though, it was an improved effort, and I think being back at Chelmsford and getting the strong pace that he requires has certainly helped him get back to winning ways.